I live in Southeast Asia and it's hot all the time. Lucky for me, a company called Ranvoo sent me a product which I never knew was a thing. It's a neck AC. What? Let me try that again. It's a neck AC. Introducing the Ranvoo Aice Lite wearable smart air conditioner. I heard people pronounce it as ICE and AIC, but I don't know which one is correct, and sorry for the background noise, there's a construction happening nearby. Anyway, apparently this is the light version of the first product that they had. I took it with me while grocery shopping too, to see how it performs and to also see how people would react on seeing such a thing in public. So stay tuned. Now let's see what's inside the box. Yes, this is a sponsored review, but they have zero control over my thoughts and opinions about the product. The unboxing was quick actually. I like the red box with the minimal design, and inside you get an insert with a quick guide. Then there's an accessory box with just the charging cable and safety manual, and then the headset itself. Sorry, the wearable smart air conditioner, or as I like to call it, the neck AC. It kind of looks like a headset though. Now let's check out the item itself.
Oh my gosh!
The first thing I noticed is how white and premium it looks and feels. Although expect it to be a bit dirty if you're a bit messy like me. On the left side you have the power/main control button, which we will explore the functions a bit later. Above it are the adjustment buttons for the temperature. And this I guess is metal. Whatever this is, it can get very cold or very hot, but the guide calls it the surrounding temperature control zone. It's a bit long in it. These vents are the air outlets and the vents at the back side are the intakes. Although the vents below the device also blow out air to your back. It's held up by this rubber material that has a bit of flex to it. I'm afraid I might break it. They also claim that this has an anti-pinching hair design, which is perfect for people with long hair, I guess. Oh, and there's an LED screen on the left side to indicate which mode you are currently in. Now let's explore the functions. It takes one press to turn on the device and to turn it off. Pressing and holding it also allows you to switch between the modes, which are the AI mode, the cooling mode, the natural wind mode, and the one I never use, the heating mode, for obvious reasons. The AI mode automatically adjusts and detects temperature changes in your surroundings. You can also long press the plus and minus buttons to adjust to a specific temperature. I don't know man, but doesn't that defeat the purpose of AI? The cooling mode is the one I always use, and apparently what it does is it takes warm air from your surroundings and then converts it to cool air that is pointed to your face and some that goes to your back. Most of these modes have 3 levels of adjustments, and of course, I go with the highest one, which is the 3rd level. The natural wind mode is a bit of a double-edged sword since, yes, it can blow cool air if the surrounding air is cold. But if you live in a tropical and humid country like me, it will just amplify the warm air you're already feeling. The heating mode, I don't even bother. If you live in a cold place, then yeah, that's a perfect feature to have, I guess. I'm sure you can memorize these 4 colors easily, and don't worry, you can see the indicator lights on your periphery when you're looking down. You can also download their app to adjust the settings there, but I find it unnecessary. The buttons are more than enough anyway. Since it's not a popular item and I don't think I've seen anyone wearing such a thing in public, I wanted to get a reaction from people who are also seeing this thing for the first time. Walking around with this thing in public definitely felt a bit weird. People will notice, but no one has asked me about what it is that's sitting on my neck. Since the mall already had AC, I just used the natural wind mode, which gave my head a cool breeze. And you don't have to worry about it falling off because it sits flush on your neck. After I was done with the groceries, I switched to the cooling mode when I went outside to head back to the parking lot. It's funny because I saw a girl who was holding a portable fan on her face and it felt like I was flexing a little bit. Alright, since I tried it at home and in public, let's now talk about the pros and cons of this cool product. You get it? Cool. The first thing is that it really does cool your head. Not just your head by the way, but your entire body. According to science, cooling down your neck also cools down your entire body. I'll just put the explanation on the screen. You can read it by yourselves. This part right here will also feel super cold, like you're touching the sides of a freezer. It can also get pretty hot when you're using the heating mode. I don't know what kind of magic they put in this thing, man. The second is that it's not a heavy item. When you remove it after long hours of use, it will feel like you are missing something since your neck and shoulders got accustomed to having something perched up on it. But again, it's not something that will cause pain on your shoulders. The third one is that it looks awesome, man. I've seen cheaper versions of these online, although I do not know how effective those are. You can tell that it's a well-built premium product that looks a bit like a VR headset, honestly. It also comes in a blue color, which is apparently more expensive for some reason. The fourth one is that the battery life is pretty good. It's got a 6000 milliamp battery and they advertised that you can charge it to 80% in just 1.3 hours. Although to my testing, it took me around 3 hours to fully charge it with my 65 watts charger. I only use it for some hours in a day and I think it's been almost a week now since I last charged this thing. Now let's look at the cons of this thing. I think the first deal breaker for people would be the price. In my country, it's around 12,000 pesos or $200. Some home ACs cost less than that, but of course you can't take the home AC with you anywhere. And their high-end model costs around $300 too. Sheesh. It's hard to justify the price on this video, but once you try and get a hold of this item, you'll understand why it's priced that way. It really is a premium item. The second con I would say, which I don't really know if it's a con, is that I don't exactly know who the target audience of this product is. Most tropical warm countries are third world, which means we don't have an extra $200 lying around to buy a portable item that would cool us off. And I don't know how hot summers get in first world countries where they can afford a product like this, or if they even need one anyway. Either way, it's Ranvoo's problem, not mine. To sum it all up, it's still a bit pricey, but it does what it advertised. It really does cool you. They also advertise it to be used outdoors, but I think it depends on the situation and climate. I wouldn't recommend using it under direct sunlight in a warm, humid place like here in Southeast Asia. It works better in confined spaces like your bedroom or an office, but don't expect it to cool an entire room. I still experience sweat while wearing it, but in this product's defense, the Philippines is a really hot place, man, even with AC on. Let me know in the comments if you're thinking of buying one, and thanks for watching. Subscribe, I guess.